was Maya responsible for all the chaos in Pulp Fiction? One theory completely changes Vincent and Marcellus stories. In every segment of Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, the characters go through a lot of trouble, but a theory explains that most of those chaotic events were Maya Wallace's, Uma Thurman, fault. After the success of his first feature film, Reservoir Dogs, in 1992, Quentin Tarantino brought what is considered his masterpiece 2 years later, Pulp Fiction. The movie was a critical and commercial success, and is now regarded as one of the best movies of the decade and of all time. Over time, the characters of Pulp Fiction have become part of pop culture. Pulp Fiction is told in segments out of chronological order, telling intertwining tales of crime in Los Angeles. Leading these stories are hitmen Vincent Vega, John Travolta, and Jules Winfield, Samuel L. Jackson, their boss Marcellus Wallace, Ving Rhames, his wife Maya, and boxer Butch, Bruce Willis. One of the most memorable segments of Pulp Fiction is the one led by Vincent and Maya, and the latter's presence throughout the movie has led to a theory that suggests there's something dangerous going on with her. Pulp Fiction theory suggests Maya Wallace is cursed. Maya Wallace is an aspiring actress who appeared in a TV pilot called Fox Force 5, but as she tells Vincent, the pilot didn't succeed. She later married Marcellus, who is very protective of her. Maya makes her debut in Pulp Fiction when Marcellus asks Vincent to take Maya out to dinner while he's out of town, as he trusts Vincent. Vincent takes her out to Jack Rabbit Slim's, where they end up winning a dance contest. However, the night takes a chaotic turn when, back at Maya and Marcellus' house, Maya snorts Vincent's heroin, thinking it's cocaine. Maya overdoses and Vincent takes her to his dealer's house, where they save her with a shot of adrenaline directly into her heart. Maya is briefly seen again in The Gold Watch, as she's in the room when Marcellus tasks Vincent with killing Butch after he double-crossed him. Maya's appearances in Pulp Fiction are brief but memorable, but a Reddit user has suggested she might have been cursed. In the opening segment, Jules and Vincent discuss what happened to the last guy who came too close to Maya. The theory says that for anyone who directly touches Maya, chaos and tragedy will hit. A guy they call Tony Rocky Horror gave Maya a foot massage and Marcellus sent his men after him to throw him over the balcony. Vincent later brings this up to Maya, who assures him the only thing Tony ever touched was her hand when he shook it at her wedding. Later on, she overdoses and gives Vincent the worst night of his life. The theory then says that for anyone who directly touches Maya, chaos and tragedy will hit. Maya and Vincent shake hands when they say goodbye, and not long after, Vincent is shot to death by Butch. The same applies to Marcellus, and this theory may explain the bandage on the back of his head. It has been theorized that Marcellus doesn't have a soul, and that it was taken from the back of his head. Yes, really, hence why the bandage. However, following the line of the theory, it could be the result of an accident provoked by Maya's cursed touch. This also explains why Marcellus went through those horrible things in Pulp Fiction, as he's in constant, direct touch with Maya. Pulp Fiction theory explains Jules and Butchie's very different fates. All the main characters in Pulp Fiction go through some tough and even horrible things throughout the movie, but aside from Maya, the ones who get somewhat more promising fates are Jules and Butch. After the divine intervention moment at the beginning of the movie, Jules tells Vincent of his plans to retire, and as he survives at the end of Pulp Fiction, it's generally understood that he was able to carry on with his plan. Butch, on the other hand, went through hell and back before he got a new chance. After double-crossing Marcellus and accidentally killing his opponent, Butch plans to flee with his girlfriend, Fabienne, but he returns to his apartment to retrieve his father's gold watch. There he finds Vincent and kills him, and he later comes across Marcellus, who chases him into a pawnshop. There they are taken hostage by Maynard and Zed, who sexually assault Marcellus. Butch breaks free and later saves Marcellus, with the latter telling him they are even, to never tell anyone what happened, and to leave Los Angeles forever, and so Butch drives away with Fabienne. Jules and Butch never touch Maya, so they are the ones who get the most promising endings in pulp fiction. It's worth noting that what Butch went through at the pawnshop was because of Marcellus, as had they not crossed paths on the streets, that would never have happened. Butch was collateral damage to Maya's curse doing its thing on Marcellus, and had they not come across each other at a traffic light, something would still have happened to Marcellus. How Maya and Marcellus' relationship can debunk this theory. If the theory is true, Maya's curse is a strong, dangerous, and unpredictable one. The curse of Maya Wallace can have horrible consequences, such as being thrown over a balcony, being sexually abused by two sadists, or being killed in a bathroom, but also something more toward the psychological torture side, like Maya herself overdosing and putting Vincent through hell for a night. Tony Rocky Horror was left with a speech impediment and possibly other physical problems after being thrown over a balcony and Vincent died, but Marcellus is still alive and doing quite well. If Maya was truly cursed and all those who directly touched her were followed by chaos and tragedy, Marcellus wouldn't be alive anymore, or at least he wouldn't be as healthy and succeeding as he is in pulp fiction. The theory loses a lot of force when taking this into account, but it could also be argued that Marcellus could be immune to an extent to Maya's curse. This theory could put Vincent and Marcellus stories in a different perspective and explain the less chaotic endings of Jules and Butch, but it can't be entirely true.